Welcome students to the information technology and its application in business class. In today's class, we are going to continue with Unit 1, that is Information Technology and Business. The topic for today's class is Impact of Information Technology on Business in the specific areas of BDP, Intra and Inter-Organizational Communication, BPO and KPO. So let us start with the class. The first area that we are going to cover up under this impact of information technology on business is the area of BDP, that is business data processing. Let us see what does this mean. Business data processing refers to those operations which are performed on a given set of data in order to extract the required information in an appropriate form, such as diagrams, reports, or tables, or any other acceptable format in any business organization. Now, when the application of various tools of information technology, for example, computers, takes place in recording, classifying, analysis, summarizing of business data, conversion of that analysis and summarized data into meaningful information, that is, when it facilitates data processing operations, it is known as electronic data processing, that is EDP. So in plain and simple term, when the application of information technology takes place in facilitating the data processing operations, it is known as electronic data processing or EDP. Right? So the next area that we are going to see, that the various steps that any business data processing should include. These are recording of data, classification of recorded data, analysis of the classified data, summary of analyzed data, and conversion of summarized data into information. So these steps are to be followed sequentially. That is, first the data has to be entered into the system, that is recording of data. Then the required or the appropriate data are to be properly classified as per the requirement. Then those classified data are to be analyzed. And then comes the summarization of those analyzed data. After the data has been or the analyzed data has been summarized, those data are to be converted into meaningful information. And one of the most common ways of deployment of information technology for the practical implementation of the steps that we have right now discussed is through electronic spreadsheet. For example, Microsoft Excel and its usage. Right? Now, this particular important area of the business data processing, the major role of information technology is to process the various data to convert them into meaningful information that we have seen from the final step. As we know, in the present world, a considerable number of business entities are operating in large scale, which provides challenge to the small and medium business entities to compete with them. In addition to this, the business environment is changing rapidly. Therefore, to ensure the sustainable development, the business entities are to take quick decisions for which readily available information is a prerequisite. So, the areas or the types of business data processing that, as per the requirement of any organization, include first, accounting data processing. Now, the volume of data related to various transactions are huge in modern business entities. If we think of departmental stores, we can easily anticipate the number of transactions that took place or that has taken place every hour. There may be plenty of such stores of the same company that are operating simultaneously worldwide. Now, it is not possible to record those transactions manually and prepare the financial statements incorporating all such transactions. There are software that can track all such transactions and are developed in such a way so that even the financial statements are automatically prepared without manual intervention. Right? So, next, sales data processing. Information related to sales are very important. They are useful for performance appraisal of sales personnel, comparison of periodic sales figures, decision relating to new market exploration or new product introduction, and many more areas. Right? So next, inventory management. Due to decentralized procurement of raw material and other resources in managing inventory, information technology becomes indispensable nowadays. So it's important. Next, payroll management. As the companies operate in large scale worldwide, there can be complex criteria for computation of incentives, then promotion of the employees, and many other things. Therefore, the determination of salary, incentives, and other compensation of the employees are required to be done using the information technology. Right? Next, recruitment and selection. Now, recruitment refers to the process of encouraging the candidates to apply for the job, and through selection, the appropriate candidates are chosen. This we have learned. Now, for the companies, those who operate worldwide, they need to manage a huge electronic database continuously, as we have seen high employee turnover is common phenomena recently. Now, without the information technology, uninterrupted supply of human resource may not be possible nowadays. Right? And another important area, that is strategic data management. Now, to survive in modern competitive business world, continuous tracking of competitors is very crucial. Information technology is very important tool that provides various information regarding market situation, the competitors' movements, and many other areas to cope up with the competitors or the competitive situation. Right? So these are the areas that we should know under the business data processing of the BDP. Right? So next, we are moving into the next part, next specific area, that is intra and inter-organizational communication using network technology. First, we are coming to the intra-organizational communication. Now, this intra-organizational communication refers to the communication within the organization with the internal people of the departments. Now, for better coordination among all the departments in the organization, a systematic intra-organizational communication network is a prerequisite. Now, depending on the location of various departments, the networks are established. If the departments are located in a single building, then the local area network, that is LAN, is established, as it can provide connectivity within a very small area. But on the other hand, where the companies in which the departments are located at different places, for them the wide area network, that is WAN, is established, as it can provide connectivity to geographically dispersed location. Now, teleconferencing, telecommuting, then video conferencing. These are the important tools through which different meetings can be conducted within the organization. Right? Now, so by this concept of intra-organizational communication, means that the application of network technology to analyze how the information and communication technology, that is ICT, help in the process of improving the flow of information within a particular organization. In other words, a network is built within an organization through the deployment of the information and communication technology, which makes it possible to search for information, view information, manipulate and edit information, copy information, and transfer information at different levels of the organization itself. This entire circulation of information and information system audit helps the organization as through its entire mechanism. The performance of the company, and not only it helps to increase the performance, but also at each and every step is monitored in details. Now at present, in order to facilitate the intra-organizational communication, another system that is called ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, is deployed by the organization who can afford it. And the main advantage behind the deployment of this ERP packages within an organization is to integrate each and every business unit present within an organization. And the communication that will take place under this package will come under this intra-organizational communication. Right? Next, the areas in which an intra-organizational communication contributes for any business organization that we are going to focus on now. First, decision making. Now, in managerial decision making, advisors from various departments are to be considered. Therefore, intra-organizational communication plays an important role in bringing together all the departments in decision making. Right? Next, implementation of plans and policies. Now, decisions taken at higher managerial levels are articulated or circulated through this intra-organizational communication network to the various departments, and the ways they are to be implemented, the policies that has been adopted, all these things are to be communicated within the organization, will come under the purview of intra-organizational communication. Next important area, that is feedback process. The attitude of the departments or employees towards various plans and policies, their advices, are very important to the management. So, strong intra-organizational communication network ensures proper feedback. Right? Next, coordination among departments. In ensuring departmental coordination and conflict resolution, this intra-organizational communication plays important role so that organizational goal can be achieved. It integrates the departmental objectives with the objective of the organization. Right? The last, the most important area, that is employee relationship management, ERM. As employees are regarded as one of the most valuable resource of the organization. In various human resource related functions of the organization, this intra-organizational communication network plays an important and vital role. Right? So this was about intra-organizational communication, that is communication within the organization. Next, we are moving to the inter-organizational communication, which refers to the communication made outside the organization. That is, communication with the outsiders. The companies must deal with their customers, that is, debtors, suppliers, that is, creditors, government, investors, society at large, and various other parties during their day to day activities. A sound inter-organizational communication network is very important nowadays for gaining the competitive advantage. The companies may use wide area network, that is WAN, to integrate the outsider with the value chain of the companies. But generally, internet service provides the companies with the connectivity so that they can keep contact with the outsiders. So this concept of inter-organizational communication, it states that the application of network, with the application of this network technology, it helps to analyze how the information and communication technology, that is ICT, help in the process of improving the flow of information between different organizations, so that the ultimate objective of an organization, that is maximization of revenue and ensuring customer satisfaction, can be achieved. Right? So let us come to the area in which this inter-organizational communication contributes for any organization. First, procurement. Now, suppliers are the integral part of any company. Systematic procurement of raw material is required to maintain the uninterrupted production to meet the demand in the market. It provides competitive advantage to the companies. Through supply chain management, with the help of strong inter-organizational communication network, the entire process can be made easily. Next is marketing. Now, in the era of this information revolution, companies can easily access the global market. The companies do not need to establish the showrooms to sell their product in different markets. Companies can easily advertise their products through websites. Companies can also educate their customers by uploading the documents or even the videos in the websites of the company or in any social networking site. Through different online companies like Flipkart, Amazon, companies can sell their products to their customers. Right? So next is the competitive advantage. In order to gain competitive advantage, companies have to keep contact with the stakeholders like its customers, suppliers. And the strong inter-organizational communication network is very useful for making communication with all such stakeholders. Right? So the important part under this inter-organizational communication comes in the area of customer relationship management, CRM. So the next area is customer relationship management, CRM. And the customers, they are regarded as the king in today's business world. Constant maintenance of relationship with the customers are essential, providing after sales service, proper feedback, etc., to ensure repeat purchase from existing customer and obtaining their reference for new customers provide competitive advantage to the companies in the market. So, a strong inter-organizational communication network is essential in this customer relationship management area. Right? And last, the communication with the government, investors, and society. Now, for various regulatory purposes, the companies are required to maintain continuous communication to the or with the government. In payment of taxes, a continuous communication network is required to be built by the companies with the government. For example, filing of the GST return. A strong external communication network is necessary. Likewise, the investors. Communication with the investors. Now, the investors provide funds to the companies in various forms like equity share capital, preference share capital, different loans, etc. A company in procuring these funds may have to communicate with different financial institutions or even with the individual investors through a platform provided by a strong inter-organizational communication network, right? Likewise, with the society, a society is also a valuable stakeholder of the companies. A strong inter-organizational communication helps the companies to interact with the society as well, right? So these are the areas that we must know under this inter-organizational communication using network technology, right? So now we are moving into the next area, that is the area of BPO and KPO. BPO is business process outsourcing, KPO is knowledge process outsourcing. First we are coming to the area of BPO. Now the term BPO, or the business process outsourcing, means that an organization entering into a contract for a specific business task with a third party service provider, means it is getting its work done by any other service provider, right? Now this BPO, it is often divided into two categories. One is the back office outsourcing, which includes internal business functions such as billing or purchasing. And number two, front office outsourcing, which includes customer related services such as marketing or technical support. Usually this BPO, it is implemented as a cost saving measure for an organization. So let us see the services offered by a BPO. First, the customer support services. Now 24 into 7 incoming and outgoing call center services that address customer queries and concerns through phone, email and even through live chats. Then technical support services, installation, product support, running support, troubleshooting, usage support and problem resolution for computer software, hardware, peripherals and internet infrastructure also. Then telemarketing services like interacting with potential customers and creating interest for the customer service or products. IT help desk services. Now this deals with computer system problem resolutions, technical problem resolution, answering product usage queries, etc. Next, in the area of insurance processing also, now new business acquisition and promotion, claim processing, policy maintenance and even policy management also. Then data entry and data processing, like data entry from paper, books, images, e-books, then websites, business cards, printed documents, software applications, then receipts, bills, catalogs and many things. I mean even the mailing list also. Then the bookkeeping and accounting services, the maintenance of customers' general ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, financial statement preparation, bank reconciliation statements, and other asset or equipment ledgers also. Form processing services like online form processing, payroll processing, medical billing, insurance claim form processing, and medical form processing. Apart from this, even in the area of online research also, it is internet search, product research, market research, surveys, analysis, web research, etc. Right? So what is BPO? It is the getting the activities done by any third party service provider. Right? So next we are moving into the area of knowledge process outsourcing, that is KPO. Now, by the term knowledge process outsourcing, we mean that particular form of outsourcing in which the knowledge and information related work, the specific or the emphasis is to given on the words knowledge and information related work, is carried out by the workers or the employees of a different company or by a subsidiary of the same organization. Now, this subsidiary company may be in the same country or in an offshore location to save the cost or other resources. Now, to very clearly get this concept cleared, that these companies, they move on to this knowledge process outsourcing when they have shortage of skilled professionals and have the opportunity to hire the skilled workers earning lower wages in another location for a lower overall cost. So this knowledge process outsourcing KPO, it is the allocation of relatively high level task to an outside organization. I repeat, it is the allocation of relatively high level task to an outside organization or a different group in a different geographical location. Right? So the services offered by KPO include long-term jobs for intellectual, analytical and knowledgeable people within industries such as research and development, financial consultancy and services, business and technical analysis, etc. So these are high-end services, right? So under BPO, we have seen that any specific business task can be get done by any third party service provider. But under this knowledge process outsourcing, here the relatively high level task which require the intellectuality, which require the analytical capability, which require excessive and top level knowledge to get those work done. So that area is required under KPO. Right. So let us see the distinction between this BPO and KPO. Now this BPO provides services like customer care, technical support through voice processes, telemarketing, etc. And the KPO, it provides in-depth knowledge, expertise and analysis on complex areas like legal services, business and market research, etc. BPO requires good communication skills and knowledge, whereas KPO requires specialized knowledge in that particular subject along with advanced computer knowledge. Right? BPO does not require highly qualified employees, whereas KPO requires skills and expertise of qualified employees. That's why we are saying that BPO deals with low-end services, whereas KPO deals with high-end intellectual analytical services. Right? So these areas are to be kept in mind regarding BPO and KPO. Now, apart from this, in this area of outsourcing, one more area that you should know regarding the nature of this outsourcing, that way this or the type of this outsourcing can be conducted. Now this area we are going to focus in the area of BPO only. That is, three types of outsourcing are being done under BPO. First, when the BPO service outsourced to a neighboring country, then that type of outsourcing is called near shore outsourcing. For example, a company, say XYZ Limited, is located in India and its activities, its certain activities are being outsourced to a company that is located in Bangladesh. Now Bangladesh is a neighboring country to India. So that type of outsourcing will be termed as near shore outsourcing. Right? Next, BPO service outsourced to a country not being the neighboring country. That is called offshore outsourcing. For example, again the XYZ Limited, which is located in India, it wants to outsource its certain activities or specific business tasks to a company which is located in Germany. Now, Germany is not a neighboring country to India. So, this type of outsourcing will be termed as offshore outsourcing, right? And last, when the BPO service outsourced within a country, then that is called onshore outsourcing. For example, that XYZ Limited company, which is located in India, it has outsourced its certain business task to another company, say ABC Limited, which is also located in India only. Then it is to be termed as onshore outsourcing, and as the outsourced service is within the boundary of the same country. Right? These three areas is important, so you must remember this. Right? So with this we are concluding over here. So in this class we have learned the specific areas in which the information technology will impact the business organization. That is the area of business data processing, BDP. Number two, intra and intra-organizational communication using network technology. And number three, the area of BPO and KPO. Right? So we are going to continue in our next class. Thank you.